I got part two going here just for those that want to break it in half. And then I'm gonna give everybody a few minutes to get their answers in, to kind of reorient and get their answers in, right?
What's happened to my description? I carefully clicked it as part two.
Yeah?
It's not there now. I can change that later.
I give up.
I am here.
And
I,
I'm going to have to step away for a moment,
okay.
and then I'll be back, and then we will go through the answers, and we will
Yep.
pick a winner.
I have one lovely on. They're all coming back on. I bet they're all typing out
Good. No, that's what we want them to do. I shall return shortly. I promise you.
Okay.
So
All right then.
you
I'm
have
holding
to.
the fort. I'm
You
holding
have
the
to.
fort.
Hello, Linda. Yep. You guys are you're all coming back on. Good. Come on. Hello. It's good. So think about it. We know that number 4 is fish, number 6 is chicken, and number 11 was the 1 cup of strawberry. Get your list. You got one last chance to put your list in.
I've got 2 answers straight up there.
And we got a couple of new people, so you may want to announce again to let them try. And then I need about 10 minutes, and then I'll be back, and we'll pick a winner.
10 minutes. Okay, cool. Well, that's really interesting. I've got somebody new on here, and actually, basically, any of you that are coming on that weren't on the previous version, there is a competition that Jack is doing, Dr. Gilmore is doing. He's going to give away a bottle of cocoa skin to the first person to get this list of ingredients that is on my screen, which is 11, these little blue tags. Get the order of the highest amount of protein to the lowest amount of protein. And on the right here, you'll see 4th on the list is fish, 6th on the list is chicken, and 11th on the list is strawberries. So he's going to do some stuff. Thanks, Tracy, for coming over to see me. It's very interesting. Very interesting. I've got 4 answers there. 9 of you lovelies back on. 9 of you are. Who's on? Let me know who's back on, because I can't see who you are until you make a comment. That would be lovely. So I know probably you're all busily working out what you're going to put on there, but it's absolutely brilliant there. Brilliant. I can't wait to see. I hope one of you guys wins. Yes, that would be brilliant. So let me know who's back on. That would be brilliant. And we were just actually having a laugh at Beverly's comment in capital letters from the last one, which really made us laugh. I'm back now. Brilliant. So, Lynn, stick your answer back up there, girl. Hi, Mary. How you doing, sweetheart? Mary Beth. Did you know on about the competition? Put these foodstuffs in order from the most protein to the least protein, and we've got the 4th, 6th, and 11th, which is the fish, chicken, and strawberries. So if you stick your answer in, you may win Dr. Gilmore's impromptu competition, which is a lot of fun, I think. Didn't Google answers, just guessed. Good for you. I haven't Googled them either. Mary, oh right, you've answered Dr. G. Okay, cool. That's absolutely brilliant. So we've had some fantastic health results. Yay, Chrissy's down 8 pounds more since being online live. Under 200 pounds after 20 years. Oh, bless you. That is a high five to you, Chrissy. That's fantastic. Those of you who caught Chrissy's story, absolutely such an inspiring lady. It's inspired so many of us, and that is amazing. Down under 200 pounds for the first time in 20 years. Wow, absolutely fantastic. That's really brilliant. I'm so pleased for you. That's just amazing. Yes. I can't wait for you to come back on. You were heading for, was it £100 when you got past, I think it was something like 40, 60 pounds. I can't remember how much you'd lost, but that's just absolutely astounding. And we would love to have you back on when you've hit your girls. Yay! You stopped over at Dr. G's, busy cooking dinner. Hi, Leanne, darling. How are you doing? What's Dr. G's channel? It is John. God, I can't even type John now. O-H-N. Sorry, John Gilmore. John Gilmore vignettes. I think that's what it's called. Has it got MD in there somewhere? It might have MD in there somewhere. I'm not sure. I'm going to check. I don't know what's going on with my iPad's not doing what it should be doing, which is typical, isn't it, when I'm trying to show you something. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Yes, I am on. Yeah, we had a little break, Miss Al. Yay! That is amazing, isn't it, Kathy? Just fantastic. Let me check. It's Dr. Gilmore vignettes. No, it's not. It's John Gilmore, MD. I knew there was a sneaky MD in there. MD vignettes. That's his channel there, which I've just put up there for you. But if you do John Gilmore and just even start typing vignettes, it comes up. So that's his channel as well. Baking banana nut bread. Nom, nom, nom. I was saying earlier how today, I'm not being fasting today. I'm going to fast tomorrow. And I went and had breakfast out at a cafe and I had some lovely quinoa porridge. And I decided to have some gluten-free bread, which I previously was absolutely lovely, with some mashed avocado on it. And I have really suffered from having that bread, and I'm never, ever going to do it again. Although I am expecting a fabulous bread recipe from Alicia, actually. So I should be getting that soon. Oh, somebody asked me on the previous one. I didn't get to answer it because Jack was talking. Would I think that my quinoa flatbread would have the same effect? No. Quinoa is a whole different thing from whatever grains are in that gluten-free bread, because you can, I don't know what, they take the gluten out, don't they, with the, you know, I don't know. No, it doesn't have that same effect at all, which is really, really good. Ooh, I don't know how long the flu lasts. I have a medicine drink. Is it the flu? Have you got actual flu, or is it a cold? Says Dr. Sue. Jack's gone off and left me at large with medical questions. Yeah, I'm going to do my medicine drink as a recipe. I wrote into the BBC with it on a program and jammed the BBC switch line of everyone asking the BBC to put my recipe for the BBC to put my recipe up. So they were asking me to email them so they could put it up on the website because the switchboard was jammed. So that was my little radio fame, and everyone I've recommended to do it really well. It is the flu. Okay, well, a flu can last for 2 weeks. Yeah, it can. Actually, Wink had flu. When did he have it? About 3 years ago, and he had he was left with a 6th nerve palsy in his eye. He had massive double vision, and it took 9 months of wearing these, what are they called, like spectromy things, like this thing on his glasses to actually correct the double vision. He was actually in a state of fear driving him to the hospital because it looked like all the cars on the other side of the road were heading straight for us. He said it was very frightening, and that was just, you know, an effect after flu. So flu can be very nasty. Healing vibes to you. So have we got any more lovely success stories? Oh, Lynn's in there with her answer. Fantastic. I wonder if Jack's actually gone to look up the answers himself, because he's been gone for so long. We shall have to tease him about that. Oh, Deborah, that's fantastic. Do you know what? When you're on a kind of a weight loss goal, or a health goal, it's really good to choose a reward for yourself that isn't like, oh, when I'm on my diet and I've lost, 10 pounds, I'm going to treat myself to a McDonald's, or I'm going to treat myself to drinking, 10 bottles of Prosecco. It kind of undoes your work. It's really good to choose a treat for yourself that goes with your accomplishment, rather than, undoes all your good work. So that's brilliant. That's fantastic. Nut bread recipe, banana bread recipe would be good. Yes, I would think the yeast could be something to do with that reaction that I had today. It's just, it's just like sluggish food, really, that kind of thing for me, it seems. But I'm glad my body is giving me the right signals. Oh, bless. Sleep is a good medicine. Sleep, lets the body repair, shuts everything down while your body does its best to fight off what you've got. So, are you all fasting today? Have you been fasting today? I have not. I'm going to fast tomorrow, as I've already said. So, the yeast making you feel yucky. It's the yeast. Is it the yeast, Deborah? Okay. So maybe actually that's the thing, that the flatbreads would be a lot better. I'm going to see if I can make some different ones of those. But I've really been enjoying tofu. I had tofu on Saturday as well. I got my Chinese restaurant to make me some healthy tofu kind of chili kind of vegetable-y thing, which is absolutely delicious. Honestly, I'm not as concerned about the weight loss as the health benefits, and I believe the change of diet will help me lose weight naturally. You're absolutely right. You get healthy to lose weight. You don't lose weight to get healthy. When you get healthy, if there's any excess weight that you've got, your body is going to get rid of it because it's healthy. It's not hanging on to it for all sorts of weird reasons. And if you're eating the right food, your body doesn't want to hang on to the fat. A lot of people that eat the wrong food, that are very overweight, often there's malnutrition.
Almost there.
Any nutrients. Have you been Googling it? A lot of people that are overweight are suffering from malnutrition because they're just eating cakes and pies and processed stuff and McDonald's and, sodas and stuff. And there's no nutrition in it, but it makes them very overweight. So, when you get healthy, any of that fat that you need to lose will just go. It will just start going. The body doesn't need to hang on to it. So definitely that's the right way round. Get healthy to lose weight. Do not lose weight to get healthy. Being thin doesn't mean healthy.
Right.
Eating the right food means healthy.
I'm back.
Absolutely. You're back. Yes, I've been answering some medical questions.
Okay, so let's find our winner, and then we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So
Okay.
I want to make an announcement. Sue does not know the answer. Well, I mean, she might have figured it out, but I did not give her the answer. So she is a contestant. She is a legal. You are a legal contestant. Did you make a list?
No, I didn't.
You didn't make a list?
No, I didn't. I'm now going to rearrange them on my screen.
No, because then everybody will know. So I want you to just tell us what your list is, what you think it is.
Me?
You, so that you can participate. Do you want a couple of minutes to gather your thoughts? I'll try to answer some questions or something. You want to play?
Okay.
You can play.
Right, we'll answer the questions. There are some questions.
All right. Because I am ready to give away this bottle.
Talk about flu. I'm going to just put mine in.
Okay, so flu. We can talk about flu. Flu is one of the most dangerous viruses on the planet, strictly due to the fact that it sweeps around the globe every year, and it migrates toward the colder areas every year because people gather in tight spaces and they get out of the winter weather wherever you are. So those of you who are listening in who are down under are not in your flu season, I don't think. And those of us on the northern hemisphere are, because we're colder right now. And the flu migrates across from the east, the far east. So it comes east across California, Texas, Illinois, New York, Chicago, and it moves quickly because of so much air travel that we have now. So the virus moves, and it goes around the world. In the year 1900, the worst pandemic in the history of the planet was a flu virus. It's worse than the plague. It was worse than the plague, I believe, as far as 1 year totals. Several million people died of the flu. And yes, well, your flu season in Florida, that's right. So the best thing that you can do is you can take a flu shot or you can get flu vaccinated. I know there are nasal preparations and so forth. They are not completely risk-free. People know that. You can feel sick. You can get a local reaction. Some people have fatal reactions to the flu vaccine. But far, far more people die if we don't vaccinate the public, okay? So the flu kills the very young and the very old. It kills the infirmed. Those who have chronic medical illnesses are weaker and they're less likely to survive the flu. And this year, many people will die in the United States of the flu who were not vaccinated, and some who were vaccinated will probably die of the flu. The flu virus sometimes mutates, and the flu vaccine is not as effective as we'd like it to be, because the flu virus, by the time it gets here, we have about a 4 to 5 month lead time on the flu before it gets here. And the flu virus is harvested from duck eggs in China, Korea, and some other countries in that part of the world. And the most likely strains are selected for the flu virus or for the flu vaccine, and I do not know what those are this year. I knew what they were last year, the strains. And so a vaccine is developed, and the vaccine is developed by growing the virus in chicken eggs. So people who are allergic to eggs cannot have the flu virus. You're out of luck. Sorry. So what we depend on is called herd immunity. If you imagine all the people of the earth as one giant herd of people, if enough of us are vaccinated, the flu virus is less likely to move quickly through populations. So that's why we do it. The flu vaccine lasts approximately 3 months. So if you have chronic respiratory diseases, like if you have COPD or asthma, if you have heart disease, if you have severe diabetes, or if you are elderly past, say, the age of 70, you should most likely consider getting a second flu vaccine midway through the season, like in January. I recommend to my patients who are very ill to have another flu shot in January. Okay? So how's that for a little update on the flu? Sue, do you have your list?
I have. I've just posted it. I've just stopped.
You're going to have to tell me your list. What's number 1 on your list?
I've got soybeans.
Soybeans. What's number 2?
White beans.
White beans. What's number 3?
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Then I've got fish, beef, chicken, pork.
Hang on, I can only write
sorry.
Fish, beef, chicken.
Pork. Banana. Spinach, corn, berries.
Spinach, corn, strawberries. And I think I told you that strawberries were last. Was that 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay, so Sue is in the contest. So I am going to, everybody, no more contestants. That's it. So now I'm going to look through and C. I'm going to tell you that soybeans is the correct number 1 answer. So let me see if I had anybody. So Joe Sanderson got soybeans correct, so she's still in. Seeker got soybeans. Robin Hess got soybeans. Mary Beth, you did not get soy. You're out, Mary Beth. I'm sorry. You put beef first.
I got Tracy Cook is in with soya beans. Robin Hess is in with soya beans. Chrissy, sorry, sweetheart, she's
You're
got
out.
called first.
She's out.
Yeah.
Beverly Fisher is in. Beverly Felder is in with soybeans. Lori's
Liz,
out. She put pork.
You're out with banana. Sorry, sweetheart. Who else have we got?
I'm getting a boo-hoo already from
Boo-hoo.
Mary Beth. All right,
Debbie Hayden is in with soya beans.
All right. Are you ready for number 2? We're going to find... Hey, you don't get to change your answers now. No, hey, no, sorry, Lori.
Beverly Felder's in with soya bean as well.
Lori, you don't get to... No cheating. No repostings, Lori. I see what you've done here.
Right. So that's it. What's number 2?
You ready? Because number 2 is going to knock a lot of people out.
Oh, dear.
Okay, number 1 was cup of soy with 29 grams of protein. Number 2, 2 ounces of pork.
Oh, pants.
25.5 grams of protein. Sue,
In
you
2
are
ounces.
out.
I'm out.
Sue's out.
I should know how much protein is in my pet pigs, really, shouldn't I? Not that I'm going to eat them. But anyway.
Joe Sanderson, you are out. You put beef. Seeker, Seeker, you are out. You put beef. Robin Hess is still in. She put pork.
Robin. I've got Robin Hess here, and Tracy Cook is out. Chrissy's already out.
Wendy, you're out. Chrissy was already out. Beverly, you're out. You put spinach. That's not correct. Linda Watson is out. Oh, you were already out. You put white beans. Yep. Still looking.
Beverly's out.
Let's see. I think I only have 1 or 2.
Yeah, Robin. Is it Robin?
Yeah, Robin got soybeans and pork, but now the other ones I said you're out. You may still be back in if you got the other ones right, and Robin didn't. So number 3 is beef. Oh, Robin is on. Robin's got soybeans, pork, beef, and fish. She got the top 4. Anybody else get those top 4 on your side?
Let me have a look. No, we've got white beans, corn, fish. No, Robin is the only one that I've got those top 4. But I'm just seeing. No, we've got corn, beef. No. Just having a little look. White beans, broccoli, fish. No.
Where's Lori? Did you put an answer in, Lori?
Is that Lori? Lori? You're saying?
Yes. Presolowski.
Fish. No.
Nope. But she had some pretty good guesses. I'm thinking it's going to be Robin.
I'm thinking it is.
I think Robin is going to prove herself the protein expert. Okay, so we said number 5 was the white beans at 19 grams.
5 is white beans, so 6 is chicken, because we've already said that.
Oh, Robin got it right. She's soybeans, pork, beef, fish, white beans is correct. Then she got the chicken as number 6. Of course, we gave that one out. Number 7 is spinach at 6 grams. Robin missed that one, but she's so far ahead, I don't think it's going to matter.
No.
Number 8 was the cup of corn. So Robin got corn and spinach inverted, but that's the only error so far.
Wow.
Let's see, number 9 was broccoli. Robin got that one right.
Well, then it must be banana strawberry.
Banana strawberry. So she got them. The only thing that she did wrong was she got corn and spinach right backward.
It's awesome.
Anybody else even close on your side?
Soy, white beans, corn, fish, banana, broccoli, chicken, beef, pork, spinach, strawberry, no. Corn, soybean, white bean, fish, broccoli, chicken, spinach, beef, banana, strawberry, no. Do you know what? I think we're so prejudiced against meat now that we've put them right at the bottom of the list psychologically.
Right? That's probably a good thing.
It is a good thing, but that's what I did.
Right?
Because I knew beans had a good one. Let's see. Sorry, I'm blind. Banana, white beans, broccoli.
Sue, you didn't do terrible, but you got pork way down there.
Yeah, because it was only 2 ounces.
Right.
You see,
That was the ringer. That was the trick one. You had to really think about that one because I only said 2 ounces, right?
Yeah. Well, I just kind of, I was just making as I was going along, making it up as I'm going along.
Robin is the winner unless somebody else can give me an argument that their list is just as good.
Oh, mine's just as good.
Yours
Jack,
is not. I've already checked.
because it's my individual list and my perception
No, I'm
where
terribly
proteins
sorry.
are important. No. Yes, fasting and loving it.
Lori, did you put? You put yours in the last hour. Did you? I can go back and look. Did you put those? Did you get the top 5 right, Lori? If you did, I'll go back and look. But if you know you didn't, then I'm not going to go back and look.
Do you know what? I'm going to see, because I had quite a few in the first one. Shall we have a look? Shall we have a little look? We'll have a little look. That's just brilliant.
Wasn't this fun? So I'm actually going to rearrange the list. 1 cup
I've done
soybeans.
Bananas.
Was number 1. Number 2 was 2 ounces of pork. That's going up. Number 3 was 3 ounces of beef. Here it is. And then number 4, everybody was told that was going to be fish. Number 5 was a tough one. That was a tough one, the white beans. 1 cup. Number 6 we said was the chicken. So everybody should have gotten that one right. Number 7 was the cup of spinach. And the cup of spinach, by the way, I got 6 grams of protein. And you could have gotten that mixed up a little bit because there was some information that it was a little bit lower, but the spinach that I used was not the fresh spinach. I used the canned spinach. The fresh spinach is just slightly lower, like at 5.7 or something. But it was very close, and it did not affect the order. Number 8 was the cup of corn. 1 cup of corn had 5 grams. Number 9 was the broccoli at 4.6. And then 10 was a cup of bananas at 1.6 grams, and the strawberries were just 1 gram. That is the correct order according to the pre-made list. And Robin, if you will email me with your address at this address, email me here.
So
I will send out to you your bottle
Gilmore MD
Cocoa Skin Plus.
Mac.com. John Gilmore MD at Mac.com, isn't it? I'm just giving you your email address.
Yep. John Gilmore MD at Mac.com. If you email me within the next 25 seconds.
Otherwise, all bets are off.
No, just email me at your convenience, and I will. If you email
And
me
she's
tonight,
got
it'll go out tomorrow.
Snoopy. She's got Snoopy as a little icon, and we all love Snoopy.
Well, who doesn't like Snoopy? You gotta like Snoopy.
God, I love Snoopy. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
nobody doesn't like Snoopy. I mean, come on.
I know. Oh, Pantsu. Do not eat the pet pigs. No, they're not for eating. They're not for eating.
They're not. They're for loving.
They're for loving and cuddling and scratching and chatting to and just hanging about with. Right, we've got some medical questions. I don't know, I'm sitting in some neck bent over, going to have a headache soon. A stupid position, so I'm just going to get a bit more upright. There's lots of questions here since we've been doing this, so I just want to go back and
All right.
and get them. The first 3 to 5. Right, they were talking about flu. We've done the flu thing. Health benefits, that. Or is there's some little questions as to maybe you were stuck in the potty. I reckon you were Googling it all to find out the answers. Did you know the answers without looking them up?
Me?
Yeah, you?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. But I mean, I didn't really have a list to say, okay, I'm going to take these and guess. So, I mean, I was running through just different things that I thought would, get us to think about the food and think about how much protein we thought it might have as compared to meat products. At first, I was just going to do fruits and vegetables. But then I thought, no, I want to put it in perspective. And so that's why I was scrambling at the very beginning, because I was still calculating some of the fruits and vegetables, because initially I wasn't going to add them. I was calculating the animal products. I was just going to do the fruits and vegetables. But then I decided I wanted to add the animal products for comparison. And I guess I could have added things like yogurt, and things like that too, but I didn't do that. But I thought it was fun anyway. And I think it's kind of an eye-opener that the soybeans, a cup of soybeans, has more protein than 3 ounces of beef. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Hang on a second. I just want to, because there's been loads of questions and stuff. Sorry. Vegan ice cream, someone's asking about. I'll do a recipe for that, but the best ice cream you can make is to slice some bananas and stick them in the freezer till they're frozen.
Yep.
And then you get your blender, your whizzer, your blender jug, and you chuck the frozen bananas in, and you whiz them up with something like fresh mango or frozen cherries or dates or whatever, strawberries, berries, and you whiz them all up together, and you get this like amazing. It's like ice cream. It's just delicious. And really just having a bowl of fruit. So it's really, really good. One little tip: don't put them in the freezer and keep them in the freezer. I just bought loads of bananas, and I just had all my freezers and came back and they'd all gone black in the freezer. So they don't go black straight away. Obviously, if you leave them there for a few weeks, I just thought, what's this brown stuff in my freezer? So the pigs got that and they really liked it. I couldn't make brown ice cream. It just wasn't in me. I think Lisa asked about the fasting, and I think you lovelies have answered that. But basically, you wake up in the morning and you don't eat anything, and then you carry on your day, and then you go to bed and you haven't eaten anything, but you do drink. So you take no calories during the day. It's not, oh, it's midnight, I can eat now. It's from whenever you get up in the morning, don't eat, don't eat, don't eat, don't eat. Whenever you go to bed at night, that's your day of fasting. Just to clarify that. You've been super busy and using a lot of energy. Lynn hasn't been fasting today because she's been super busy. You can swap days. That's absolutely fine.
We find that's the easiest time to fast is when you're busy, because then you don't have to take time out and worry about eating.
Yeah, that's the cool thing.
Yep.
But it depends what your day, if you're going to be using a lot of energy, if you're, I don't know what you're doing, but if you're going to be using like, you know, I don't think I would want to dig out my muck heap on a fasting day, because that's like moving 2 tons of soil. It's hard work, and probably I would like to have some fuel in my body for that. So it depends what you're doing. That's my hubby. He is maybe 25 over. I talked about flu. There's some more recipes. Awesome. Beverly's down 42 pounds. Somebody's husband's down 25 pounds.
Wow.
Um,
Have you got Debs there? I want to know how they're doing. I haven't seen Debs tonight, I don't think.
Debs was on here earlier. Debs, are you on here? Debs, are you on here? Send me a comment and let me know. Right. Right. Snow is saying she's at a bit of a plateau. She's lost 34 pounds, but I'll get it going. I have major trouble with fruits and vegetables, but Sue's recipes I've got to try. So yeah, if you get to a plateau in your weight loss, don't worry about it.
Nope, don't worry about it.
Really don't worry about it. This happened to me. I ended up being the same weight for when I lost initially, like kind of my 3 stone from, you know, being way overweight. I got to a plateau and I just wasn't losing, and I wasn't losing, and I wasn't losing. It didn't matter what I did. I was exactly the same pound. You know, we have stones and pounds here, and I'd be like 0.4 of a pound, and I would get on and on and on, and it would still be 0.4. It didn't matter what I did, and I completely kept there. And I think what's going on is for a start, you could be converting fat to muscle, because you're probably moving around more if you're not carrying so much weight about with you. You're probably using more energy and building a bit of muscle. And muscle takes up so much less space on your body than fat. I mean, like massively more space. So I always suggest that you measure yourself. Measure your arms, your triceps, and your bust, and your rib cage, and your hips, and calves. Measure your calves and thighs. Measure all these bits of your body, because I bet you'll be changing shape. You see, and that's something that you can lose a little bit of heart if you think, oh, I'm doing all this and I'm eating all the right things and I still haven't lost any weight. Don't focus on the weight. Focus on the health. Focus on the energy that you're feeling. And if you have measured your body, measure yourself, because you will find that you're changing shape. And then that motivates, actually, it doesn't matter what I weigh, because I've dropped another dress size whilst I've been plateauing at a certain weight. So really don't worry. And I think, you know, your body needs a little bit of time to adjust to everything that's going on and kind of settle again. And then you'll find you'll start moving again. And it's at this plateau that people give up. Oh, it's not working for me. Rubbish. It works for everyone. What you have to do is stay the game at the plateau stage. Just stick with it, because you won't be there forever. Absolutely, you won't be there forever. So this is the point when people give up and they go and have a bucket of ice cream, and then they've had a bucket of ice cream, they may as well have some chocolate bars, and then they may as well have, oh, Christmas is coming, I may as well eat the entire, you know, universe while I'm at it because I've plateaued. Don't fall into that trap. It catches so many people, babes. So would you say that's have you got some medical bits to add to that, Jack? Are you?
Well, one thing that I like to stress is that it's really difficult to be overweight if you're a whole food plant-based eater, okay? It's not that it's impossible, it's just very difficult. So if you're sticking with a whole food plant-based diet, you are going to lose weight. That's number one. Number two, if you are overweight and one of your goals is to lose weight, then doing a whole food plant-based diet is certainly going to help you. One thing you can do is you can add the intermittent fasting. That's one of the reasons why I did the intermittent fasting. And what I have found is that, and what I've learned about myself through all of this, is that I'm a food addict. I love to eat. And so I've had to become honest with myself about that. And one of the things that I have found that the intermittent fasting does for me is it helps break my dependence on food. And so I'm able to walk away from it now a lot easier than I did before. So on Mondays and Thursdays, I don't eat at all. But on the other days, I eat a lot of whole food, plant-based foods, and as a result, even though I don't eat on Mondays and Thursdays, my weight has stayed right around the 197 to 199 area. Now, if I wanted to, I could do some longer fasting, and I could get my weight down uh, from there, but I don't feel like it's necessary. The darling wife is happy with my weight. I feel thinner. I feel good. I'm down 50 pounds. So I'm really okay with that. Although I kind of have this little thing behind me that says I'd like to see myself get below 190, 195 for sure. But I'm not in a hurry. And so, it's up to you.
Yeah.
If you feel that if you feel that your weight is as low as you'd like it to be, then you don't have to fast twice a week. You might fast just say once a week to help keep yourself under control and keep yourself above the power that food may have over you.
Yeah. I've got another question about this is Lisa, does Dr. Gilmore, should I get my son and myself another flu shot in January since he has cystic fibrosis?
Oh, definitely.
There you go. There's your answer, sweetheart. Susan had some nasty kind of symptoms after she got her flu shot. And she's not fond of the last experience. So some people can have a bad reaction, can't they?
Well, some people do. Some people tell me they don't like to get flu shots because they get sick when they get it. You shouldn't get sick, but some people do. Some of it I think is psychological, but some people do have real symptoms. So, there's somewhere in between, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think that the benefit, get yourself one good case of the flu, spend 9 days in bed, and you'll be really sure that you get the flu shot the next year. And that's what happened to me a few years ago. I got a good case of the flu. I was sick for 5 days. I was miserable. So I just decided I'm not playing this anymore. I don't like the flu. I don't want to get the flu. I'm getting the flu shot. Last year, earlier this spring, I had gotten the flu shot from last year. I did not get a second one because I'm generally fairly healthy. And I did get a case of the flu, and I started feeling achy and tired at about 11 o'clock in the morning in the clinic. And I said, darn if I don't feel like I'm getting the flu, swab me. So I got the flu swab. It popped positive immediately for type A flu. I left the clinic. I got the Tamiflu. I got the first dose on board. I got the second dose that night. The next day I took off, did the medicines, rested. Then I started feeling great, and I came back to work. I missed 1 day, and I hardly felt it at all. And it was more of a fact that I just wanted to be sure that I was less likely to spread it than I was really sick. So the fact that I had gotten the flu shot probably prevented me from being sick for a week with the flu, and my symptoms were very mild. And so and I've gotten the flu shot this year already. Now I probably won't get a second one, but it looks like the flu vaccine is more effective this year anyway, so I'm less likely to suffer with the flu. But if you have a chronic medical problem and you're worried about the flu and what effects it might have on you, I think it's a good idea to consider a second flu vaccine in January. So I have a question here. Can we talk about what foods to break a fast with? Let me tell you what. If you're only fasting for 1 day and you're on a whole food plant-based diet, you just go right back to your regular foods. You don't have to make any special adjustments. If you go on a multi-day fast, then yes, how you reintroduce foods can be important so you don't feel ill. Maureen asks, she says she's diabetic and doesn't have a spleen. Should she get another flu shot? Yes, I think you probably should, but you should also be sure you get the meningococcal vaccine every 5 years if you don't have a spleen, because you're more at risk of encapsulated bacteria, developing an infection with encapsulated bacteria, and that includes streptococcal vaccine. So the meningococcal vaccine is a good idea every 5 years if you're asplenic for whatever reason. Missy, you're asking me, do I think you should fast? Have you given me a list of medicines that would make me think that you shouldn't? I don't have any reason. Look, the people that shouldn't fast are they're just a small list of people who should not fast. Number one is if you are a type 1 diabetic and you are insulin dependent, wholly on insulin, you shouldn't fast. Number two, if you're pregnant, you shouldn't fast. And number three, if you have a history of an eating disorder such as bulimia or anorexia, you should not fast. If you're a type 2 diabetic and you're also using some insulin, then you can fast with an adjustment. If you're a type 2 diabetic and you're on medications that cause your pancreas to release more insulin, then you can also fast with adjustment. Okay, so it's a little bit more difficult. Just takes an extra step or two to know what to do and what not to do. But yes, you can fast. Certainly for one day, that's not a problem. So if you are using insulin and you're a type 2 diabetic and you think you might need help, send me a list of your medicines. I'm happy to review those for you and let you know if you can safely fast. If you are also on a lot of medicines for diabetes, especially the older medications, and you're worried, send me a list and I'll let you know whether you can fast or if you need to adjust your medicines and work with your doctor to fast. These are easy things to overcome. Fasting is a very, very beneficial thing to do. It increases your body's immune system. It makes you healthier. It makes you it actually improves your memory and your ability to perform cognitive function. Fasting. We went through a whole list of 10 things.
I've got a list here actually, Jack, because somebody on my end is asking me.
Yeah.
Can you explain why we should fast? Jack did this right at the beginning. 10 medical benefits of fasting are increased metabolism.
Yep.
Decreased blood pressure.
Yep.
Decreased triglycerides and cholesterol.
Yep.
Decreased symptoms of depression.
Yep.
Improved brain function.
Yep.
And encourages the growth of new neurons. New neurons, folks.
Right.
Like that. Slows the aging process.
Mm-hmm.
Decreases blood glucose and increased insulin sensitivity.
Yep.
It boosts the immune function.
Yep.
It decreases inflammation. It decreases the risk of cancer. That's just 10 medical benefits of fasting. I will stick these in the description of this video for you. Okay, so I know that you've asked about that. Also, somebody said that we should have a competition with sugars. So they've really enjoyed the competition, but that it took a long time as well.
I think they just like getting free stuff.
Yeah, but no, they've yeah. And she said, yes, we should definitely do it. Beverly said we should do it, but not with a prize. Just do it for fun. Bless. Beverly has asked, please, to ask you what he thinks of ketamine infusion for chronic pain syndrome.
It's a newer thing. There's a lot of research being done. There's a lot of information about ketamine that we don't understand. But I think it's worth a try. I think ketamine in general is safe. So I would like to know more about how well it works in these circumstances. I know that they're doing regenerative injections with stem cells in some cases. I'm hearing about amniotic fluid injections. And some people are getting really good results with some of this stuff. I've not heard specifically about ketamine, but I'm familiar with ketamine. I'm just not familiar with it being used in epidural spinal injections or joint injections. So I just don't have a lot of information for you on that.
Thanks, Jack. I've got Lisa was asking about she's the one that asked about the fasting. So I hope that helped you understand. And she's also asked, what about juicing every day? And I think juicing is a great thing to do, but I think if you have too many juices, you're not having the fiber that you need. The whole fruit is is a good thing to have. And I understand, you can't eat, it's quicker to juice some things, but you want the skin, you want the fiber, you want, if you're juicing oranges, you want to just take the zest off and leave all that white pith that's around it, because it's really nutritionally beneficial, and stick some of the zest in as well. But I think smoothies are great because you actually are just mashing up the whole fruit, so you're getting all the fiber, and you're just smashing all those nutrients wide open and consuming them, whereas juicing leaves a lot of things behind. So I wouldn't just be juicing, but definitely juicing is a good thing to do, but just make sure you don't end up just having a liquid diet, because you'll need the fiber from the fibrous bits of the fruits and veg. That's what I would say to that. But it is a good thing to do. And turning 50 is where life begins. I think, but turning 50 is a time where you kind of think, oh, maybe I'm halfway there. So it kind of polarizes your thoughts and makes you think about what you want to do with the next 50 years of your life. And do you want to be more healthy, and do you want to achieve, and do more things? So I think it's it focuses you. Get it into format state, went into shock. Is that to do with the menopause, Lisa? She's talking about turning 50 last year really made my body go into format state. Something, I don't know if that's a typo or if I don't understand that. I went into shock. I started craving sweets like crazy. I'll be 51 in January, and I really need to redo my eating and start thinking differently. Absolutely. Plant-based whole food. You'll get all the sweet kicks you need from the fruit that you eat. Really, and it re-educates your body into what actually it really does want, because it doesn't want all those sweets and all those fake sugars and all those sugar crashes and cravings. If you eat healthy, that won't happen. So it's great that you're addressing that. Doing the fasting helps me retrain my body. Mary Beth, the fasting is excellent because it stops that constant "what am I going to put in my mouth next" thing that a lot of us have, because we like doing it, don't we? Oh, I'll have another banana. Oh, look, gooseberries. It's really good at doing that. Debs is here.
I saw her.
I've seen her. It's going okay, she says. She's fasting during the day and have a light supper at night. Both down a few pounds. Excellent, sweetheart. That's lovely.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, that is really good.
Okay,
Have you measured yourself yet, Debs? Because you forgot to do that initially. Take your body measurements, and then you can really see the inches and the bits of inches coming off.
I promise you all, if you stick to the fasting, it becomes very easy. If you don't stick to it, then you begin to find ways to cheat. I would tell you I have not eaten today, and I am not hungry, and I'm being completely honest with you. I'm not hungry. I haven't thought about food today. It hasn't even entered my mind until just a few minutes ago when we started talking about food. It
we always do on these ones.
It gets easier. It gets easier. It really, really does. I stay very busy, and for me that helps me stay distracted from all of that. So I just recommend you stay busy and not think about the food. The more you can be involved with some other activity, the less likely you are to wander into the kitchen looking for something to eat. If you're not thinking about it, you're not going to feel hungry. If you do feel hungry, it's very short-lived. It's only for a few minutes. Drink a glass of water. I call that Connie's rule. Skinny Connie used to live across the street from me when I lived in rural Arkansas for years, and her nickname was Bones.
Oh dear.
Her nickname was Bones, and one day we were out playing kickball and having fun. And she said, "I'm hungry. I think I'll go get something to eat." And I looked at her like she was ridiculous. Well, I mean, she said, I'm hungry. I'm going to go drink a glass of water. I said, that doesn't make any sense. Go eat something. Oh, I'll just drink some water. I'll be okay. She was right.
Yeah.
That was Connie's rule.
Yeah. And sometimes we're not very good at knowing that we're thirsty. When we get a sensation, we just assume we're hungry all the time. That's the one thing our body isn't really good at kind of warning us about. And so sometimes if you drink a glass of water, is actually you were thirsty all along, you weren't actually hungry.
Maybe so.
And that gets worse as we get older as well. You know that's why a lot of elderly people don't hydrate themselves enough, because they just don't feel thirsty.
All right. Chrissy asks, can the sugars from fruit affect her heart? No. Your body is designed for you to eat fruits and vegetables. That's what your body's designed to do.
Yeah.
If anything, you're going to be heart healthier by eliminating animal products. Animal products is what your body can't handle. Your body absolutely wants the fruits and vegetables. It's just that you've trained yourself to eat animal products. So no, your body wants the natural sugars that come in the vegetables and the fruit and the starches and all that good stuff. That's what makes you healthy. People who are sick are the ones that are focused on a high animal product diet. That's why when you go into a restaurant, at least in this area, it's very difficult to find a meal, an item on the menu that's not got some animal product. I get frustrated when we have pharmaceutical reps who bring in meals and the green beans are ruined with bacon. Why would you put bacon on green beans? It's ridiculous. The mashed potatoes are ruined because they're loaded with sour cream and butter. The salads are ruined because they're got cheese chunks in them and then shredded cheese all over. You can't even eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
totally.
And Chrissy, you don't have to worry about the differences between sugars if you're just eating whole food, plant-based lifestyle. It's not necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And she also said that Chrissy on this channel says that she noted eating this lifestyle allows you to lose weight properly instead of the fad diet where you lose weight very quickly but gain it back. So she has lost an average of 2 pounds a week since she started following this, which is
fantastic. It's been proven that weight loss diets, all of them fail. All diets that are designed for you to just lose weight fail, because at the end you gain it all back plus. Because you didn't make a lifestyle change. All you did was you went on a diet to lose some weight so you could fit into the bikini for the summertime or something, and then by the time the winter is back, it's all back on plus an extra pound. You feel miserable and you're angry with yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Lisa is sold on the fasting. She's definitely going to join us with that, so that's absolutely fabulous, Lisa. And she said, you got me sold on it, saying it slows aging. Ha ha.
Kathy says she likes a little potato with her butter. That's nice, Kathy. Appreciate the comedy tonight.
Beverly says thanks for the info about the ketamine. Both anorexia and overeating makes fast. Right, course says that she's got a history of both anorexia and overeating. Makes fasting dangerous for me.
Right. No,
so she should not fast.
No, but she could definitely pursue a whole food plant-based lifestyle without any concern whatsoever.
You know what? And you'd get there just the same.
And Maureen says she's dropped 15 pounds now total. So that's wonderful for you. Congratulations. I just love it. We're not even really, working. This isn't even about a weight loss program, and people are telling us how much weight you're losing, Yes, Kathy, that's right. My thing is cheese. Yours is butter. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I occasionally miss the cheese. It's getting better though. It really is. It's not bothering me as much as it did a few months ago. Not calling me.
That's that first conversation we had when I was still in the UK, and we were having a talk before I got my plane tickets. We were talking about that, and I said, it's not so difficult. You went, oh, actually, I do still struggle with it, and that was just a few months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A couple of months ago. So that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Menopausal, Lisa, are you using a good probiotic? That literally knocked all my menopausal symptoms away. They just went away. And that was before I was plant-based, but I had lost some weight. So that's something that I'm like all about the probiotic. I love them. What else have we got here? Yes, when you make smoothies, you've got something to chew as well as just something to drink. I think juices, you tend to just like, oh, that's really nice, oh, and it's gone. But when you have a smoothie, there's something to roll around in your mouth. There's little bits of fiber. You know, if you put some nuts in them, there's little bits to crunch on. You know, it's drinkable, but it's also feels like a food as well. I mean, it is a food, but it's a quick way of getting a load of fruits down you.
The problem I have with the juicing isn't that it's not healthy. It's such a waste because there's so much good there that you end up throwing away so much food. If you have pigs for pets, then you know they're going to enjoy that. But you're throwing away. You have to buy so much to juice. You end up carrying this like heavy bag in every other day of fresh things to put in the juicer. And yes, it is good for you. Don't get me wrong. It's so wasteful, and that stuff that you're pulling out of the juicer. And by the way, it's a lot of work to keep a juicer clean when you're juicing several times a day. It's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, it makes it not sustainable because you get sick of the juicer. Like 3 apples, 5 carrots, and you've got like that much drink. It's just like, oh, please.
And it tends to get expensive. Now, I will say there are some smoothie kind of juices. There's a brand out there called Naked that has like these really tremendous juice products. They're kind of not juicy. They're between a juice and a smoothie, right? So they're thick. And sometimes they work in a pinch, but they're about $4 a bottle. But if sometimes the DW will bring some of those home, and I'll sip on those. I love those; they're so tasty, and they're all actually all organic and whole food, plant based. It's just all smushed into into a jar, into a bottle. So I like those, but.
They're good for on the go as well.
More of that kind of situation. I'm in a hurry, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chrissy says she's 45 days clean from dairy, but then she says ugh. So I'm not sure how to interpret that. She's missing her dairy, I guess it means.
Do you know what? Just keep going. Just keep going. Honestly, you'll thank yourself. Your body will thank you for it. Someone's talking about when you prep some of these things, it heats the ingredients up. Yeah, when you whiz up a smoothie in a blender, it does heat the ingredients. And that's pretty much why most recipes start with chucking a handful of ice in so that it is still cool. But you won't, raw vegans, they will actually make soups by whizzing them up in their blenders because it does warm the ingredients, but not above, I think it's 115 degrees Fahrenheit, I think nothing's heated past that. So, yes, it does. And if you want a nice cool, shake, then you're going to want to add some ice cube or add frozen ingredients. Keep some, you can prep kind of mangoes and stuff like that. You can put them in your freezer so that they're already frozen. So it's not an ice cube. It's packed full of frozen flavor. Berries are really good for that. So you're adding frozen ingredients. Frozen spinach is a brilliant thing to keep in your freezer, folks, because it wilts so quickly. And if you buy it frozen, it's kind of prepped straight away and frozen. So it hasn't lost some of its nutrients. It's really good. And it's like a giant block of nutritious ice cube. And if those of you don't like spinach or just think that sounds a bit weird, you can't taste the spinach in loads of smoothies. unless you make it a green smoothie and then you've got kale and, all sorts of stuff in it as well. So it's like a green meanie. But, that's a really good thing to help keep cooling your juices down and your stuff down when you're making them.
The other thing too, keep in mind is variety. If you want to make yourself a blender full of a smoothie and you're worried that you're gonna, not get all of the nutrients because you've heated it somehow, it really isn't going to matter in the long scope of things, because the next thing you eat may be a chopped green pepper or something, and you're just going to eat that raw, for example. It's really not going to matter. What really matters is that you don't have the animal products. How you prepare the vegetables and fruits is really going to become academic, because you're going to get lots and lots and lots of them. Your vitamin D levels, your B12 levels, your hopefully your B12 levels if you're taking the B12, but your other vitamin levels are going to go up really high. You're going to have plenty of iron. You're going to have plenty of calcium in your body. You're going to feel better. You're going to lose weight. You're going to look toner. People are going to stop recognize you if you lose a lot of weight. I mean, you're going to get what you need. So don't worry about those little things like, oh, I can never do this. I had somebody over and they did a little program for us well after I'd already started doing whole food plant-based eating, and to teach us how to eat. And one of the things they said was one of the best ways you can get your vegetables heated is to put them in the microwave, because you only lose about 5% of the nutrients when you microwave them, which stunned me. I had no idea. I thought that would be a terrible way to do it. I thought, oh, you had to go through all this steaming and so on and so forth. But that's just not true. One thing that I have found is that I'm learning to more and more, my palate is changing. I like raw fruits and vegetables. I like them raw. I like to just slice them and eat them. Only rarely do I like something that's heated up. Sometimes I'll have some lentil soup because it's got a good taste. I like to have that in the evening sometimes. But when I used to come home, I would have a meat sandwich or something like that. Now when I come home, I have raw vegetables. Often I'll chop them up and just eat them.
Yeah, I mean that's a brilliant way to. I mean, you're not losing anything there with the cooking process. Lynn was talking about she found herself obsessing about the scales when she dieted before. I would literally, at most weigh yourself once a week. I know some of you have got a big weight loss goal, and that's fantastic, because what is not measured is not monitored, and then you don't hit your goal. So it is good, but don't keep getting on them all the time. You will get up in the morning and you'll think, I feel lighter on my feet today. You'll just feel it in yourself, and you'll feel it in your waistband and your trousers, and your bra will feel a bit more comfortable, and your pants will be more comfortable. I mean, just like panties over in America, just your clothes will be more comfortable, and you'll think, I bet I've lost a few pounds actually, because I kind of feel a bit, and you get on the scales and you go, oh my goodness. So it's really good not to obsess about how much you weigh. Just obsess about how much more energy you've got, how much more healthy you feel, how much better night's sleep you're getting, how much easier you fall asleep. Those who suffer from headaches, how they're going. Your flexibility, movement, your mood, your happiness. All of that will be changing on this journey. Okay, because this is superhuman. You're feeding yourself the food that will get you to your optimum, you at your absolute fighting best. And with that comes everything functioning properly. You just your body being able to produce the right energy, to be able to extract the right nutrients, for your stomach to be comfortable, for your skin to radiate and be soft, and while you're eating all this food, your skin cells are there all renewing. I think it's every 6 weeks, I think all your skin cells have renewed. I think it takes 6 weeks for them all to kind of be shed and renewed. So it really is a new you, fueled by plants. So you're going to feel different. So don't worry about what you weigh. Don't focus on those things. Focus on how much better you're feeling in yourself. Because that's the greatest motivation.
It
Honestly.
definitely is. I want to add or respond to one more comment, and then I need to call it a night because I have a phone call still I have to make.
Yeah,
So you guys can carry on
absolutely.
without me if you like. But somebody asked, or Chrissy asked, how do frozen vegetables compare in their nutrients to fresh vegetables? And I think the answer to this question may surprise a lot of you, but frozen vegetables are actually generally healthier than what you're getting in the produce section. And the reason is most of the time when a vegetable or fruits are taken out of the field and they're going to be frozen, they go right to a flash freezer and they're frozen and the nutrients are locked in right there. That's it. But if it's going to be trucked and shipped and it's not going to be frozen, then you lose some of the nutrients over time. Even though they keep them refrigerated and they keep them cooled and they keep them, the Kroger, they have a misting system that just continues to mist the vegetables and things like this. Really cool. But those frozen, it's been proven those frozen fruits and vegetables actually do have more nutrients. So if you want to take those frozen products and go right into a blender with them, you're looking at probably the best of all worlds, unless you're just going to nibble on the frozen the frozen vegetable itself,
Yeah.
which doesn't sound very appealing to me.
No, that's right.
Yep.
Although peas are quite nice too. They're like vegetable ice lollies.
They,
Didn't you ever used to like eat frozen peas when you were a kid? Just put them in your mouth and let them all melt, and then kind
no,
of then.
but I did once eat a stick of butter. I mean, does that count for anything?
No, that's nothing like what I was meaning, Jack. Not at all.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
bless.
I have to say goodnight. Love y'all. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for
Thank
playing our
you.
game. I'm gonna go. So, Sue, if you want to stay on, I'm going to just excuse myself. So, bye, everybody.
Okay, I'm going to just say I've got a couple of questions about bulimia and anorexia and stuff, so I'm just going to address those, and then I'm going to go too. Absolutely brilliant fun tonight. Really, really enjoyed it. We've got some fabulous results here. Just please pass it on. Share the link to your channel. Tell people about it, because we are literally changing health before each other's eyes, and it's wonderful. Thanks for the competition, Jack, and I'll speak to you in the week and see you on Thursday, if not before.
All right. Bye bye.
Cheerio.